Hi, you're very welcome. And in this bit, in this third video here, I can see here there's an option here now to bring it in as a table. Now I have a number of other options, so I could bring it in as a pivot table or a pivot chart, or only create connection. I'm just going to go for the table because I always think that's one of the easier ones when you want to start off with. I'll click OK, give it a second, and it's going to load up the data there. All right. So, and I'm just going to rename this here, down here to the bottom, to cleaned data. And now what I could do, for example, is I could go here to this one. I could go up here to table design. And I can go to summarize a pivot table. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on this existing worksheet and just click here. And then click OK. And then, for example, I could just have my date down here. On the left, I could have my amount in my values. And I could have my fruit across here. Okay, and then I could do a right click on this one and say group it. Okay, is it in months? See, does it do into months? Yeah, it's only January in it, so you can see there it just gives me 1 month. And then I could also do like a right click and ungroup if I want to bring it back in again. Okay, so you can see there it's the same data but organized quite differently. Now the beauty of this is that if I come back here to my original data, which is in the Unpivot columns piece down here, and let's say I want to add on an extra row. Okay, so I'm just going to add on an extra row here, and I'm going to call this coconuts. I'm going to use a little trick here of just generating some random data. So I use a function called rand_between. And let's say I'm going to put in between 10, 100. And this is just for ease, for speed. And then I just drag it across. And then because it's what they call a volatile function, I just need to go to copy. And then I'm just going to go paste values. Otherwise, it's just going to keep updating all by itself. All right. So now it's just values here instead. Now this is my original data, but see it's all in the table. So if I go back in here into cleaned data, all right. Let me just zoom in a fraction. Go across here. You can see it. Widen my column. Right. Now if I come down here, and if you notice when I click into it, I get this new ribbon up here called query. All right. Query. And then what I can do is I can just go to data, and I'm just going to go to refresh. All right, see that I can also use Control Alt and 5. If I scroll down here, or if I look across here and go down to the bottom, see there I've got my coconuts. Okay, but I still need to do a refresh on my pivot table. So I just do a right click and refresh. There we go, got the coconuts. And then in the same way that if I change any other data, this would also be changed as well. And that's one of the beauties of this. All right. So I hope you find this useful and take care and mind yourself. Bye.